So our Natalia Santeliz traveled to Buffalo, New York, where she sat down with Cass Rodriguez, president of the Hispanic Heritage Council. Together, they visited the future site of the Hispanic Cultural Heritage Institute. It's a project that continues to make progress toward becoming a permanent home for Hispanic history, education, and community. Take a look.
What inspired you to establish the Hispanic Heritage Council 15 years ago, and how has its mission evolved since then?
What inspired me? Well, I saw a void. I saw a void in the community at large, okay, to recognize and celebrate Hispanic heritage, history, and culture.
Can you share a moment from your journey that affirmed the importance of preserving Hispanic heritage in Buffalo?
Well, the moments are every time that I walk into a Buffalo public school, an elementary school, a high school, where I relate to children, okay, and I speak to the children in our elementary schools. You know, many of the children, the Latino children, the Hispanic children, are born here in Western New York, and it's very important that they do not lose their culture.
The Hispanic Heritage Cultural Institute will become a first of its kind space in upstate New York. What does this milestone mean to you personally and the community?
It's an important milestone. You know, first of all, you know, we're right in the heart of the Hispanic community, the Hispanic Heritage District, Avenida San Juan. Okay, we're a stone throw away from Canada. We're the gateway to America. This corridor here, the Hispanic Heritage District, is the gateway to America. So what better way our community, our Hispanic community, our Latino community represent the city of Buffalo by having this crown jewel, the first in upstate New York Hispanic Heritage Cultural Institute. An institution that will be educational, inspirational, cultural, have a lot of cultural programs for our children and our grown-ups. You know, we're going to have a museum, an art gallery. It's a 38,000 square foot facility. You know, it'll have a museum where we'll preserve our history, an art gallery where we'll be able to exhibit the rich cultural art from local artists, national artists. It'll have a theater where there'll be performances, cultural performances that relate to our community. You know, there'll be learning labs for the children and for the grown-ups, a media center for radio and TV production, you know, where we can share, you know, that knowledge and that education of getting into journalism, just like you professionally, with our children in high school, an activities hall, a commercial kitchen with a culinary program, you know, because you know that us Latinos, we like spice.
Oh, absolutely.
But we also need to cook healthy so that we can, you know, be healthy and take care of our families. So it's an institution that's going to be not only a model for the city of Buffalo and our community, but for the state and our nation. You know, I get a lot of calls from all across New York State and America as to, you know, what this institute is all about and what it's going to do. And it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be something or an institution that's going to change lives, prepare our leaders of tomorrow. And at the same time, you know, we bring on the community at large so that they can appreciate our rich cultural heritage, our history, and our culture. You know, Hispanics have been part of the fabric of Western New York since the late 1800s. In the early 1900s, it was the Pan American Exposition, you know, where many Hispanic countries were represented, from Costa Rica, Honduras, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Cuba. You know, the Pan American Exposition is part of American history. And Hispanics, Latinos are part of American history. You know, and that's why this month is very important, the Hispanic Heritage Month. We just launched on September the 15th, on our 15th anniversary, Hispanic Heritage Month here in Western New York. And we have a calendar of events with events and activities throughout the entire month with our partners, arts and cultural, from our community, from government, from nonprofits, from private and public. You know, we're all celebrating the importance of what this month brings and how we fit in to the history of America.